I'm Lou Garlatti Jr. I am third generation, represent third generation ownership in the business. Albert Garlatti Construction Company started in 1917, founded by Albert Garlatti, my grandfather. He ran the company until he passed away in 1949. The post office box receipt was made out to the Garlatti brothers. Our grandfather Albert had two brothers, Silvio and Camillo. I believe they all emigrated here together sometime in the early 1900s. Albert had three offspring, Leah the oldest, Lou, and Albert. Lou and Albert ended up running the company as the second generation. Lou was attending Rutgers University, he was the first to attend college. He in turn left college after his sophomore year on his dad's passing and took over the company and ran the company for 2 years until he was drafted for the Korean War. And at that time, a gentleman by the name of Lou Indri, who worked for Albert, our grandfather, and for Lou, my dad, he was working for the company at that time, and he took over the jobs that were in progress as a project super and kept the company running while Lou, my dad, was in Korea. He returned in 1953 and continued working at the company, and I believe his brother Albert joined the company around 1955 after he served in the Army. At that point, they ran the company together, and I'm not sure the date, but sometime in the 60s, Leah joined them as a secretary, clerk of the works, and she kind of ran things here in the office while Lou and Al ran the projects. Over the years, we've been fortunate that in addition to the construction company, Lou and Al back in the 1960s started to acquire some commercial industrial property for development and have developed some commercial industrial warehouse buildings over the years, which we currently own and manage. We did a lot of hospital work, patient clinics, water treatment plants, the Washington School in Edison, the Hammersholt School in East Brunswick, back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So there was the broad, diverse group of projects. We employ building laborers, masons, cement finishers, and the carpenter trades, and at one point iron workers that did reinforcing steel. Many of our employees came through the unions for the trades. Many were family members. We had brothers, we had fathers and sons that worked for us over the generations. There were a number of laborers and masons and carpenters that were towards the end of their careers, had worked for my grandfather back in the 40s. So these guys were in their 60s and early 70s and still working for my dad, and I had the benefit of working with them as well. The legacy of our family business, it's just brought great joy to us, and we feel very blessed to not only have the family legacy of our own family, but the families that we've worked with over the years that have also been able to earn a living and create a legacy of work and of construction projects of bricks and mortar that remain to this day. So we just feel very blessed, and although we don't have a fourth generation family member on board at this point, we do hope that the company will continue. We certainly know the legacy in the real estate investment side of the legacy that Lou and Al have left for us. That certainly will continue, and the fourth generation of that company is getting involved and will continue in the management and expansion of that portfolio of properties over the years. And